A very good morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in English, we will be learning new lesson, that is 3.6, and name of the lesson is Think Before You Speak. The lesson Think Before You Speak carries an advice that we should refrain from using words which we will have to regret later. The lesson is a practical tip on how one can earn respect, happy relationships, and peace of mind by speaking less and only when needed. Men was meant to listen more and talk less. That is why, as a great British statesman, Benjamin Disraeli said, statesman means what, student? A person who's experienced in art of governing. Okay? That is why, as a great British statesman, Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed men with 2 ears and 1 mouth. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only 1 ear. Endowed means what, student? It means given. So what nature has given to us? It means nature has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. If men was meant to talk more and listen less, we all would be having 2 mouths and 1 ear. Imagine how we would have looked, how strange, with 2 mouths on the 2 sides and 1 ear at the center. So students, here we can imagine if we would have 2 mouths on the 2 sides and 1 ear at the center, how we would have looked. And mind you, the ears are like funnels. Funnels means what, student? It means tube. Open all the time. There is no door with which you can close them. Can we close our ears? No, not possible because it has no door. Whereas, if you have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls, 2 fences. There is firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. It means that if you want to say any word, so from where that word pass, it pass through 2 walls, that is 2 fences. The first fence is 2 rows of teeth. There is secondly the fence of 2 lips. Okay, student? So first it passes through 2 rows of teeth and then it passes through 2 lips. Before a word can be spoken, it has to pass. It has to pierce through these 2 walls, through these 2 fences. Pierce means what, student? It means to go into something. Therefore, we must think at least twice before we utter a word. So it has been told, students, that we are not supposed to keep on talking. We need to think what we want to say. We need to think, then only we are supposed to speak something. Okay, student, and if it is not necessary, we are not supposed to speak that word. Okay, so we need to, in short, we can say, before speaking, we need to think, then only we should speak. Moving ahead. A very wise man once remarked that of the unspoken word, you are a master. Of the spoken word, you are a slave. It means what, student? A very wise man has remarked, he has told that unspoken word, you are a master. That means we have not spoken only, we have not said that word. So we are a master. But the words we have already spoke, we become slave. Why we become slave? Because once you have spoken a word, you cannot get it back. Do what you will. If I say something wrong, can I take my word back? No, not possible. So, once you have spoken a word, you cannot get it back. Do what you will. Therefore, you must be very careful about the words that you speak. So it has been told that we need to be very careful what all words we are using. Okay, so we need to be careful before we speak something. Once the word has left your lips, you will not be able to get it back. Yes, so once we have told something, once the word has left from our lips, it is not at all possible that we can take that particular word back again. What are unspoken words? Unspoken words means what? They are the things you want to say but remain unsaid as thoughts in your mind. So what are unspoken words? Unspoken words means what? They are the things which we want to say but which we don't say. These words remain only in our thoughts. Okay, as thoughts it remains in our mind. Once you have put the thoughts into words, once the words have left your lips, you cannot change them or control them. So what happens, students? Once you have already put the thoughts into words, those words had left your lips, you cannot change them or you cannot control them. A young man went to his spiritual teacher and said, so there is a small story, student, over here, that there was a young man. So one day he visited his spiritual teacher. I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to my friend and he is deeply hurt. So what that young man is saying? That young man is saying that he has said in a very rude, unkind words and in a very harsh way to his friend, and because of his action, his friend is not ready to speak to him. Now what should I do? I am afraid I have lost my friendship with him. Now after those words he has spoke, now he is very scared. Now why he is very scared? That he don't want to lose his friendship. He want that again his friend should talk to him. How can I make amends? That means how can I make amends? Make amends means what, students? To compensate for a loss or an insult. So what should I do now? The wise teacher gave him a fresh sheet of blank paper and pen. So what wise teacher did? He gave him a blank sheet of paper and he gave him a pen. He said to the young man, now after giving that paper, he is saying to that young man, write down on this paper all the harsh things you said to him. Now what further that spiritual teacher is telling to this young man? That what all words you have used, what all harsh things you have used, you have told to your friend, you need to write in this piece of paper. The young man did as he was told and showed the paper to the teacher. Now what this young man did? He wrote all the harsh words which he had already spoken to his friend, and after writing those words, he showed the paper to that teacher. Now tear up the sheet of paper into as many small bits as you can, the wise teacher said. After all these things happen, now what spiritual teacher is saying to do? Now teacher is saying him to tear the sheet of paper into as many small bits. That means to tear that paper into small bits. After doing this, now see what happens. Soon the single sheet was torn into 100 tiny bits of paper. After this, what happened? When he wrote all harsh words, teacher is telling that he has to tear that paper into small bits of paper. Now that single sheet was torn into 100 tiny bits of paper. Now what happened next? We will be continuing, student, in our next video. I hope, students, this much at least must be clear with everyone. I hope you all must have liked this story, and we always have to think. One thing we have learned, that we should think before we speak. Okay students, so I expect you all so to not speak the things which hurt others, which hurt other sentiments. We have to think before we speak. I request you all to again watch the video, and till the time, stay safe. Thank you so much. A very good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in English, we will be continuing with our same lesson, that is lesson number 3.6, and name of the lesson is Think Before You Speak. The lesson Think Before You Speak carries an advice that we should refrain from using hard words which we will have to regret later. We have seen in our last video how a young man went to meet his spiritual teacher because he had told some harsh things to his friend. Then we have also seen how his spiritual teacher tells him to bring a piece of paper, and what all harsh thing he had told to him, he has to write in that piece of paper. We will see now what happens ahead. The young man did as he was told and showed the paper to the teacher. Now tear up the sheet of paper into as many small bits as you can, the wise teacher said. Now what wise teacher told? That what all harsh things he has written in that paper, he has to tear it, and it should be bits of paper. Soon the single sheet was torn into 100 tiny bits of paper. Throw the bits out of this window, the teacher told him. So after tearing that paper, teacher further said that he has to throw that bits of paper outside the window. That was easily done. It was windy day, and the tiny bits were scattered far and wide even as the young man watched. Now go out into the street and collect as many bits of paper as you can, the teacher ordered him. So after throwing that bits of paper outside the window, what further instruction did he get from teacher? That he has to go down and he has to collect all those bits of paper which he had thrown outside the window. The young man was taken aback. Taken aback means what, students? It means to be shocked. The young man was taken aback, but that will be difficult. He stammered. It will be difficult indeed, but do give it a try, the teacher suggested. The young man went out. He returned half an hour later exhausted. So as and when he got instruction that he has to go down and he has to collect those papers, he became very much shocked, and after coming back he was totally exhausted. He had not been able to get hold of a single torn bit from the paper he had torn up just a while earlier. This is what happens with the spoken words. Once you have spoken the words aloud, it is very difficult to take them back. Therefore, learn to think before you speak in anger. So what we have learned, students, from here, that when we are in anger, we have to think before we speak, especially. Okay? Because once we said something, it is very difficult to take those words back. Moving ahead. Socrates was one of the wisest men of the ancient world. Many were the youths whose lives he influenced for the better. Socrates counseled his disciples to keep their mouths shut and speak only when absolutely necessary. O wise men, how may we know when it is right to speak? they ask him. So what Socrates has counseled? He has counseled his disciples that whenever it is absolutely necessary, then only we need to talk. Otherwise, we are supposed to keep our mouth shut. Open your mouth to speak only after you have asked yourself 3 questions and received an affirmative answer to each of the 3, replied Socrates. So what we are supposed to do, we have to, before saying something, we need to ask ourselves 3 questions. And after asking ourselves 3 questions, and when we are getting affirmative answer of each of the question, then only we should go ahead and speak. Now, what were the 3 questions? The first question we must ask ourselves before we speak is it true? If we are not sure about the veracity of what we are saying, it is better that we do not utter a word. When we utter a word carelessly, we ourselves become transmitters of untruth. So what is the first question which we should ask ourselves? Whether is it true or not? Second, the second question to ask is it pleasant? Pleasant means what, students? Satisfactory. Many are the empty remarks and vain statements that people make an idleness to hurt others. It is better that these unpleasant words remain unspoken. Unpleasant words means what, students? It means the words which are not good to hear. So, if others are getting disturbed by hearing what we are saying, so it is better that we should not say that thing. So, it's better that these unpleasant words remain unspoken. The third question, according to Socrates, is it useful? Is our statement going to benefit the listener? Will our words bring comfort to someone? Are we likely to help someone with what we say? Only in that case we should go ahead and speak. So what are the 3 questions, students, which we need to ask ourselves? The first is it true? The second, is it pleasant? And the third, is it useful? So students, here we complete with our this lesson, that is think before we speak. This lesson is a practical tip on how can we earn respect, happy relationships and peace of mind by speaking less and only when needed. I hope, students, you all must have enjoyed this video. I request you all to again go through the video and clear your doubts. Till the time, stay safe and thank you so much.